Hello, team. I just want to share some market report with you. You might heard news that new builders or new construction sales drop 14-month low, or you might also heard about the new mortgage application. There are also a record low new applications. This is a nationwide news. It's nothing to do with the Austin market. Austin market is still the seller's market. It's still we don't have enough inventory for our buyers, and it's still there are many multiple bidding war happening. So Austin is still booming. So those news, if your customer asks you about this news, just tell them it's the nationwide news. I also want to add a couple things here. The builder sales drop is not because of the demand, it's because of the lack of materials they are getting. They all have a huge backlogs in getting materials, and at the same time there's a shortage of labor. And regarding those new mortgage applications, last year we have a huge record numbers of refinancing last year. So those people are not refinancing this year. So this also says something about getting a low number of new applications. Okay, moving forward, market is still hot, still a seller market, and I'm still seeing a contracts with a very short option period and huge option money. This is fine, nothing wrong, but make sure your client know what they are doing it. Because it's a legal binding contract. If your customer put $10,000 for 3-day option period and the contract is accepted, next day or between 10 hours or within 6 hours of seller signing the contract or execution of contract, if the buyer change their mind, regardless within 2 hours, 3 hours, or 1 day, they have to pay the earnest money. This is the legal binding contract between buyer and seller, and the buyer know that this is what happened. If they cancel the contract, they are obligated to pay the earnest money. Okay, and also with the option days, if you are putting 2 or 3 days for the option period, make sure you have or your buyer must have the buyer inspector line up to get the inspection on time. All right, if the property is old and you think it needs a lot of work, make sure you have enough time for other inspection like a HVAC inspection, roof inspection, foundation inspection. So if you think the home need work is very old, then I don't think 3 days is enough. Then you should request for at least 7 or 10 days inspection period. Property is only 3 years old in a very good condition, yeah, that's fine. Then 3 days is fine. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is the full waiver appraisal. We had classes regarding this topic. We have a lot of discussion about it. Just want to repeat one more time. You must share the most up-to-date comps with your buyer client, and please make sure they have a knowledge that they know what they're doing. If the appraisal comes short, they have to pay the difference. Okay, and make sure they know what they're doing. It's your job to give them all kind of information, and they have to make a decision based on the information you provide, comps and other details. All right. And the another thing I noticed, most of the contract are having a seller leaseback. Fine, nothing wrong. That's good to offer seller leaseback in this market. And I also noticed sometimes there is a zero rent, which is also fine. A buyer has a right not to charge rent to the seller. This is fine, but make sure they put some amount of money for deposit. We recommend minimum $500 to $1,000 deposit for the seller leaseback. This is our Dash Realty policy based on our previous experience. To protect your client, you must put the $1,000 deposit in the seller leaseback. Okay? And last thing is, as you know, I'm always here to help you, and I do, and I always return your calls and text messages and the emails. I want to make a request here. Please send all your questions to me through email. It's easy for me to respond to you in the email, and also with the details like, are you representing buyer or are you representing seller? And if your question is regarding repair negotiation or the inspection report, you please tell me or mention me when the option period ends. If your question is regarding financing, delay in the financing or delay in the closing, please give me more information like when the credit approval date expires and when the actual closing date is, and also what's going on, why delaying happening. Give me as much as detail possible. This will help me to give you a very clear cut and straightforward answer and try to save your deal. Okay, and thank you. That's about it. Thanks for watching this video. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Have a good day. Enjoy the summer. Happy Dash Day.